The Louvre Museum and the Palace of Versailles in Paris evacuated tourists and staff in response to threats on Saturday, as the French government deployed thousands of soldiers to step up security day after a French teacher was stabbed by suspected Islamist terrorist-ridden threats sent to Paris. Police led to evacuation of visitors and staff from Louvre, an underground shopping mall at bottom of pyramid. Amid alarms, the Royal Palace of Versailles was also evacuated following the threats. Gare de Lyon, one of the largest train stations in Paris, was also evacuated after a possible explosive device was found, according to information received. In the afternoon local time due to a threat, the vast palace remained closed for at least rest of the day after anonymous threat arrived online. The threats come as tensions rise in France following deadly Islamist stabbing at school in Arras on Friday, when Chechen immigrant on the country's extremist watch list stabbed teacher to death and seriously injured 3 adults at the school. Authorities believe the attack is linked to Israel's war with Hamas. France has openly supported Israel since the brutal terrorist attack on October 7 that started the conflict. 3 French police officers stand guard at the entrance of Gambetta High School in Arras, France, on Saturday, day after a teacher was stabbed by suspected Islamist terrorist. French President Emmanuel Macron condemned attack as an act of Islamist terrorism and ordered the deployment of up to 7,000 soldiers across county to increase security. Arras has a large Jewish and Muslim population. According to the Times of Israel, Macron said, "This school has been shaken by the barbarity of Islamist terrorism after his visit here." Macron said the dead educator, whose name was identified as Dominique Bernard, probably saved many lives by trying to stop the attacker. Bernard was stabbed in the throat and chest. French President Emmanuel Macron deployed up to 7,000 soldiers across his country to increase security. According to Anti-Terrorism Prosecutor Jean-Francois Ricard, the injured included school security guard who was stabbed multiple times and was fighting for his life, a teacher and cleaner who were in less serious condition. No students were harmed. Suspected attacker Mohammed Moguchkov, in his 20s, was arrested and several people were detained. His exact motive remains unclear, and he reportedly refused to talk to investigators. However, according to Interior Minister Gerald Darmanin, French intelligence suggested a connection between war in the Middle East and suspects' decision to attack. Authorities said Hamas had detained 12 people near schools or places of worship in France since last week's attack on Israel, some of whom were armed and preparing to take action. France also this week increased security in hundreds of Jewish settlements across the country. Prosecutors are considering terrorism-related and attempted charges against the Sioux.